Attention, Vikings fans! Brace yourselves for intense emotions coming straight from the locker room that could shake the hearts of every supporter. On one hand, a farewell that marks the end of an era leaves a deep void that will be hard to fill. On the other, an unexpected return sparks hope, but also discomfort, raising doubts amid so many team changes. Shocking decisions reignite heated debates. Have the Vikings lost their true legacy, or are they still writing unforgettable chapters? Welcome. Show your support for the Vikings by hitting 100 likes on today's video. Let's start with the news about Anthony Barr, a name carrying tremendous weight in the recent history of the Vikings. Barr, a linebacker drafted in the first round in 2014 with the 9th overall pick, officially announced his retirement from the NFL after 10 seasons. At 33 years old, he closes a career that few in Minnesota Vikings history have managed to build. Barr played 8 seasons with the team, appearing in 102 games, starting 98, and racking up an impressive 496 tackles throughout his career. His time with the Vikings was marked by solid and revitalizing performances for a defense that desperately needed stability and leadership. 4 Pro Bowl selections confirm his impact on the field, and he ranks 6th all-time in tackles for the franchise, trailing only legends who took decades to accumulate comparable numbers. While he may not have reached the explosive peak of some stars, Barr is regarded as one of the best linebackers the Vikings have ever seen, a true symbol of dedication and efficiency. After leaving Minnesota in 2021, Barr spent the 2022 season with the Dallas Cowboys, but returned to the Vikings practice squad in 2023, showing mutual respect and affection still present between him and the team. His retirement announcement coincides with an opposite story, the possible NFL comeback of Teddy Bridgewater amid a landscape filled with uncertainty and challenges. 2 players from the same draft class with very different paths, yet destined to write new chapters in their careers. It's vital to remember that Barr was not just any player. His long battle against physical setbacks, expectations, and criticism forged an athlete who embodied the combative and resilient spirit of Minnesota. Looking back, it's clear the Vikings still seek someone who can take control of the defense with the same authority and presence that Barr commanded. The Vikings face a tough mission to fill the void he leaves. The next generation of linebackers must prove if they are ready to carry this torch, or if his legacy will remain only in the memories of fans. Tactically, his absence raises immediate questions. The coaching staff will need to adjust the defense, scout for new talents in the draft, and perhaps pursue veterans capable of adding experience. The pressure on younger players will increase significantly. There's no room for hesitation, especially for a team that always aims high and fights to stay competitive in the division. Barr's retirement is a clear warning to management and fans alike. His cycle has ended, and the future demands urgent attention. Meanwhile, Teddy Bridgewater's NFL return generates a completely different narrative, but is equally impactful for Vikings followers. After leaving the team in 2018, Bridgewater, who has played for 6 franchises since then, is reportedly about to sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At 32 years old, he aims to revive his career as a backup, probably behind Baker Mayfield. This news stirs the fan base because it continues a notable career path filled with highs and lows, including a break when he ventured into high school football coaching. In his first season coaching at Miami Northwestern High School, Bridgewater won a state championship, initially signaling a promising new path beyond playing. However, a recent suspension due to allegations of providing impermissible benefits to players created a tense environment and motivated him to attempt a return to the NFL. This decision sparks debate over his motives. Is he merely seeking financial gain, or is he genuinely trying to prove he can still perform at a high level? Since leaving the Vikings, Bridgewater's career has been a whirlwind. His stops at the Jets, Saints, Panthers, Broncos, Dolphins, and Lions reflect his ongoing struggle to find a stable footing. For Vikings fans, these memories are bittersweet. He was once seen as the franchise's hope before a serious knee injury halted his ascent. Now, pursuing a backup role in Tampa Bay raises the question, can he recapture the shine of his earlier years or remain a mediocre reserve in the league? The competition for the backup QB spot at the Buccaneers sets the stage for a tough preseason battle against younger talents like Kyle Trask and Michael Pratt. This internal contest symbolizes what Bridgewater represents today, a veteran fighting for relevance in an NFL increasingly focused on youth and renewal. While fans sometimes highlight his experience, it will be put to the ultimate test against fresh talent, with the outcome potentially defining the next steps in his journey. Bringing these two stories together paints a clear picture of the Vikings' current phase. We say goodbye to a solid symbol, Anthony Barr, who retired after years of loyal service, representing stability in a defense losing a cornerstone. Simultaneously, our former QB, Teddy Bridgewater, tries to make a comeback amidst uncertainty, signaling that the quest for a definitive quarterback is still far from over. The team is in limbo, lacking dominant stars and facing questions about who will lead on and off the field. Uncertainty clouds both defense and offense alike. While we honor Barr as a giant who remains unmatched, Bridgewater's path exposes the franchise's struggle to retain impactful talents. The contrast between a player departing in quiet glory and another attempting reinvention after many changes highlights Minnesota Vikings' ongoing search for identity and stability to rise again in the NFL. Now, the question for every Vikings fan following this saga is, with Barr's farewell and Bridgewater's tentative return in such an uncertain role, what can we realistically expect from the team's future in the league? Are we witnessing the dawn of a promising new era, or does this blend of goodbye and comeback underscore a difficult transitional phase, where the team wastes time trying to regain crucial positions as competitors advance? This reflection should guide the passion and criticism of all of us. In conclusion, your participation matters greatly. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep discussing every Vikings move with transparency and depth. The team faces decisive moments, and only an attentive fan base can demand change and celebrate future victories ahead.